Hi everybody, welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Today, again, for the third time, is August 26, 2018. I just put up my library haul and, my weekly wrap-up video. Again, if you saw the Slytherin cup in there, I'm spoiling a book for you. Please fast forward to when I am not showing my cup. I think this is going to become the signal of, spoiling things. We'll see. So September to be read list. I have 30 books on this list. I have come to the realization that there is no way I'm going to get through all 30 of these books, especially since I'm in school right now, doing 2 classes and picking up the third one at the end of the month, and doing finals and group activities. Whoever said group activities during college was easy, lied. Very, very hard. So, especially when it's a leadership class, because everybody wants to be the leader. And there we go. So, these are some of the books that I'm hoping to get through. I actually didn't do too bad with August's TBR. I did get a lot of stuff marked off the list, but I'll talk about that next weekend. So, some of the books that I'm hoping to get through this month, I've got 7 audiobooks. I'm not going to show you any of them, but the entire Hunger Games trilogy is on that list. So Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. Coming Clean, I don't remember who wrote that, but that's on the list, along with Stillhouse Lake and Kilman Creek by Rachel Kane. She's writing the Great Library series right now, but those are supposed to be 2 of her suspense novels. And Stillwater Lake sounds really good. If I like it, I've also got the audio version of Kilman Creek. Physical books off my shelf included Sleeps in Me, which I've shown for the last 2 months. Followed by Z, which I'm hoping to finish this week. So that way it'll be in my August, but if I don't, it'll be in my September to be read list. And then City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. We'll see if I actually do that one. I read the first chapter for a try-a-chapter thing that I was going to record. I didn't mind it so much. It wasn't great, but it was captivating. So I will probably read that book soon, too. Alright, so physical books that I actually have sitting next to me. Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosnay. This is a 1942 and 60 years later type of book. So it shows current events, or a current person, and in the past, all around a woman who locked her brother in the closet to kind of hide him from the Nazis because they're Jewish. And then she gets captured, and then 60 years later, Julia Jarmond is trying to figure out how she and Sarah are connected, and then I guess what happens to Sarah's brother. So hopefully it's a good read. As I mentioned in my library haul, I'm trying to do fiction, fantasy, fiction, fantasy, fiction, fantasy. So that'll factor in between some sort of fiction book. Maybe even this one, Odd and True by Kat Winters. This is on my Goodreads to be read shelf. I don't remember what this is about, but there's an axe and a suitcase on the front cover, along with a full moon and a crow. So I don't remember at all. I actually got in a conversation with Ray about books last night, and how all the books on my Kindle that she asked me about, I'd not even touched. So I don't remember what any of them were about either. So that was always a good thing. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I need to pick up Thunderhead, which I have not put on this to be read list, but I'm hoping to get through this in the next week. A world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. So it's supposed to be about a Reaper in training. I've heard mixed reviews on this one. Some people say don't waste your time. Other people said it was great. An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. Magic is not common, and I don't remember what else. But again, I keep saying but. Sorry, guys. This is supposed to be really good from those who have read it. I haven't heard much about it, so another book that we'll see how I like it. I think it's more magical realism than it is fantasy or fiction, fantasy or literary fiction. So there's that. I'm gonna give this one another shot. If I don't take to it this time around, I will not continue this series. The Lost Sisterhood by Anne Fortier. Goodreads to be read book. Need to get it off my Goodreads to be read shelf, so I can say that I'm done with it, and it's pretty solid. Doorstop book. If you watched the library haul, saw Wait for Me by Carolyn Leach, Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder, and there's a couple more. There's a lot more. Mislaid by Nell Zink. I started this one, or let me rephrase that. I read the first page of this the other day, thinking that I'd get through it. I have not. It's set in 1962. He's gay. She's a lesbian. They have a family. It's all about that. Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, aka Shannon McGuire. This is a Siren series. I think it's going to be a trilogy. I do know that there is a second book that's supposed to be coming out with this one, but it's not the Wicked Deep type of siren story. It is a darker mermaid tale about death, and I forget what else it is. But it's supposed to be a horror book, so I need a little bit more horror in my life. Trader's Blade by Sebastian Castiel. I actually think I put this on my try to finish it in August list for next week. But in case I don't finish it, it's on here. Same thing with Young Jane Young by Gabrielle Zavine. I don't know why I haven't read this book yet. I've had it for 2 months, and if I don't finish it in September, I will be returning it because I'm tired of keeping books longer than I need to. So, The Witch of Painted, Ray's sitting over there nodding her head. She's agreeing with that statement. So, The Witch of Painted Sorrows by M.J. Rose. This is also a Goodreads to be read shelf book that I've been trying to get through. I tried the audiobook format of this book. The narrator for this one was just not something I could get into, so I picked up the physical format. The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. I think this is due this week. It may have holds on it, so I don't think I'm going to be able to keep it. But if I do, this is definitely on the list. Because this is another Goodreads to be read shelf book. Alright, other books that I actually just talked about in my library haul was Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Again, Goodreads to be read shelf book. I have a lot of these. The Wicked City by Beatrice Williams. Jazz, New York. Kind of in the same vein as Sarah's Key as far as, present day 1920s. Back and forth. Allie Smith's Public Library and Other Stories. So it's basically about why the library is so important and should be kept up and operational. Obviously, it's important to me because a lot of these are library books this month. Out of the Blue by Sophia Cameron. And I didn't bring it to put in the stack, but And I Darken, Now I Rise, and Bright We Burn. I'm going to try to do the entire trilogy this month. Hopefully I can get to it, because this one, I don't think I can. I think there's going to be holds on this one in the next couple of weeks. So when I go to renew it, I'm not going to be able to. which is understandable since it just came out this month. And then the last one is Fat Girl on a Plane by Kelly Davos, which also just came out. It's about a plus-size woman that is trying to break into the fashion industry. So, there's a few more books on this list, but I'm not going to name them because they're not books that you guys would think that I would actually enjoy, so I'm not going to talk about them. Because, yeah, they're smutty. I don't really read smut, but their audiobook format, we'll see. With that, I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I look forward to seeing what you guys read in September and have read this month. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.